Identify the center, the lines which contain the major and minor axes, the vertices, the endpoints of the minor axes, and the foci of the ellipse, given by this equation. Then graph the ellipse. Well, with this equation, we can actually identify our center very easily. Our center is the, well, we just flip the sign on the numbers with the x and the y. So it's -1 and 2 for our center. And then I actually like, when I got my center and from my equation, I like to actually go ahead and graph it right away because that helps with all the other things. So we've got our center at -1 and 2. And the numbers underneath the x's and the y's, we know that it's something squared. So this is 3 squared and 5 squared. And those numbers, the 3 and the 5, those are the distances from the center that we move in the x and the y direction to the ellipse. So in the x direction, we'll be moving 3. So if I move to the right 3, I get 1, 2, 3. Puts me over here at x equals +2. Okay. And if I move to the left, 1, 2, 3. Then, in the y direction, let me go ahead and move this. I've got the space that I need. In the y direction, we're moving 5. So if I move up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I get another point on the ellipse. And down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And so that gives us our sketch of our ellipse. Obviously, I'm not a fantastic artist, but that's the idea. Now that I have that, it's fairly easy to find everything. Okay, we have the center, the lines which contain the major and the minor axes. Well, the major axis is the line connecting those two points there, and I see that that is x equals -1. So containing major axis is the line x equals -1. Okay. For the line containing the minor axis, it's the same idea, but we're connecting the 2 points closest to the center. And so that's this point and this point. And I see that that's up at y equals 2. For the vertices, those are the points furthest from the center. And I see that that's this point up here and this point down here. Notice that that is simply, the x-coordinate is the same as the center. Okay, so vertices, my x-coordinate is -1. The y-coordinate I get by simply taking the center y-coordinate, which is 2, and adding or subtracting that distance 5. Okay, so 2 plus 5 is 7, and 2 minus 5, which is -3. That's where we got those points there. The endpoints of the minor axis, endpoints of the minor axis, well, we can see, okay, again, those here, same y-coordinate as the center, but the x-coordinates we just move 3 in the x direction from the center. So -1 minus 3 was -4, 2, and -1 plus 3 was 2, For the foci, we need to find c, and that's the one thing that we don't see here in the graph. C squared equals, we take a squared minus b squared, the larger of these two numbers minus the smaller. So 25 minus 9, which is 16. And so c is equal to 4. That's the distance that we move from the center along the major axis to get to foci. So that's along the vertical here. So from this point, -1, 2, we move up 4. And that's at -1, 6 now, or so negative 1, 6. And if we go down 4, we get negative 1, negative 2.